Two pairs of 13s in a row by coincidence, only because I bought these like almost 3 weeks ago, whenever the release date was, and they took forever to send these things out. Yo, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and breakdown on another collab. The box is special, man. Like, this is crazy. I've never seen a Jordan brand lid that's like straight clear like this. I've seen the ones where you open it, like the off-white stuff, but I've never seen like the actual top is, I don't know what that's about, but I thought it was really dope. Also, the paper is kind of cool too. It's water. I believe SoleFly is located in Florida. I could be wrong. I also think that the boutique is owned by Michael Jordan's current brother-in-law or something like that. So, you know, family business. But anyways, what do you think about these? I don't know if you've even seen these, but I pulled them out of the box and I don't know what it's gonna look like on the camera, but I thought these were white.
That's
like,
not white.
No, they're like yellow. I was like, what the hell? Then I kind of liked them the more that I was checking them out. Now the outsole is really dope because not only is this outsole inspired by the Panther Paw, but they got gum rubber on there. I don't know if I've seen that before. Maybe on the wheat colorway. The ones look like a pair of Timberlands. And wrong! Gum rubber on the bottom, I think it looks really cool. It's like these colors look so weird together, but nice at the same time. This actually looks really dope. The cat's eye kind of like hologram thing on the bottom, only because it looks damn near just like the paper. This is one of those times when I think that the original design is kind of worked out for the storytelling. Carbon fiber shank per usual, which is awesome. The midsole is weird as shit. I normally don't like when they take off the suede. I literally dislike when they do that. However, it's got this weird texture on there, almost like sand. It's neat, dude. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, this feels like I got a PE. I feel like this belongs to like the UNC athletes and I somehow snagged a pair. It just feels like a special shoe, which I know collabs are supposed to feel like that, but I personally never really feel like that. When I get a collab in hand, I'm just kind of like, you know what I mean? This is the first one where I was kind of like, wow, these are really, really nice. Hats off to whoever had a hand in these. You did a good job. Now that midsole is Phylon, it's low profile. Inside of that is actually 2 Zoom Air units. So this is the exact cushion setup. It's top loaded as well. So directly underneath the insole and strobel, you're gonna have those Zoom units in there and it's gonna feel awesome.
Can I ask you a question that doesn't have anything to do with the shoe, but has to do with your example? Is there an insole that usually lays across when they're used in the shoes?
Yeah, so this belongs to these over here. Beautiful shoe, Air Jordan 2011, and they came with 2 different sets of midsoles and everything like that. These were the insoles for each one. So you had the Zoom Air unit one, was made for the Quick, and so it goes like that. And then they also came with a full-length Air one, kind of like previous models like the Air Jordan 11 and 10, and it came like that. Normally it's like this. In a normal shoe though, you'll have the midsole attached to everything instead of like removable, and then you'll have a strobel board on that, and then you'll have one of these on top of that. With it like this, you get kind of like better feel.
I guess I was just confused because I've seen so many removable midsoles now, but you don't get to see the tech that's inside of the removable midsole.
Yeah, when Kobe's would do it, a lot of times the tech is under, so it's like bottom loaded. So like you'll see it, but it'll be like this. So you get mostly foam and then everything's under there. Same with like the LeBron 11s with their drop-ins. Most of them though are just straight up foam. Jordan brand went all out because it's called the Air Jordan. So all of their drop-ins do have air in them, because if they didn't, I'd have to change the name of the shoe, and they're not doing that.
Anyways, back to your regular
Well,
program.
I just like having these out there because it really helps me. I'm a visual person.
Yeah.
And so I forgot to put this back in there. That sucks.
No, I like you being able to give the examples. It was just something that's been nagging at me the last few times that you've used them. Like, do you put your foot directly on that when those ones are used, like the other drop-ins that I've seen, or is
No,
there a...
yeah, that would be really uncomfortable because your socks would catch to the lips and stuff like that.
But I also know that's a complaint with a lot of drop-ins. Like, a lot of drop-ins are uncomfortable at first, so I didn't know if that was just something you had to work through with those as well.
No, these do have, or this is not the insole, but you know what I mean. It would look like that. I did pull out the insole whenever I was doing all that stuff. I think that's why you were asking the question. So yeah, this one's actually Ortholite, which is different than the previous 13 that we just talked about, which was the Dream Cell stuff. So this one also has a different graphic. It's got the SoleFly logo and what I believe is like fake elephant print. It looks more like the Spizike print because it looks like there's some words in there. I don't know if there is. And yes, the Spizike print is a little bit different than elephant print, even though it looks very similar. Now the upper is where they changed a whole bunch of stuff, or not too much stuff, but that was the part where I was like, I don't really like these. It's mostly this toe rand right here. And when I got them in, I don't know why, but like they look way cooler in hand. Like they look so awkward online, dude. Like I don't know how to explain it, but so like these materials of suede are genuine suede, which is super dope. This gray panel is not. It's very thin, so that's like a microfiber, a synthetic, if you will. But the top panel, the quilted looking panel, it's really nice suede, man. Like that's a dope touch right there. I don't want to call it premium, but in Jordan Brand standards, I guess so. The toe rand just threw me off because like Jordan likes clean toes, which is why we ended up getting away from the toe cap, starting with the Air Jordan 6. The Air Jordan 5 was the last one to have kind of like a toe rand panel. It was really weird at first. Seeing it in person though, I won't say that it looks great, but it looks better. And then the materials on the toe all the way throughout the tongue are a weird ass material. It's kind of like a padded ripstop. It's not as cheap feeling as typical ripstop, so it's almost like a regular textile. It just looks weird, but it feels good. You know what I mean? Like when you put them on, it doesn't feel like a bulky ass 90s shoe. Like it feels like a modern shoe with enough premium materials on there to where you still feel like you got kind of your money's worth. The interior though is really nice. You got that really cool quilted lining. We saw this debut with Jordan Brand on the Air Jordan 23, and then they used it for the silver anniversary stuff, and they've used it periodically since then. All kinds of like random releases and everything. Like I said, we see this periodically. This is kind of their go-to move for the interior when they're trying to be fancy, and it is on this shoe because they're fancy. They still have the hologram on the back. It looks fantastic, and then the logos on the tongue are both different. So one has the Jumpman inside of the circle, which only happened on one original release of the Air Jordan 13. That was these bad boys right here, the playoffs, and this was their original performance logo. And then again on the left shoe here, you got the SoleFly logo, but inside the circle. Another change that they've done is actually at the base of the shoe. One shoe says SoleFly, the same one that has the SoleFly logo on the tongue, whereas the other one says Jordan. Behind both of them though, it still has the Roman numeral 13s. Cool feature though, even though the toe rand looks like it should be reflective and it's not, look at those laces, man. Those are sick. We got 90s style. I was just talking about these style of laces with the Air Penny 2. Stussy, thank you. I was thinking social status. And in that video, I was explaining how laces like this were very common in the late 90s and everything. So we saw a lot of people switch out their Air Jordan 12 laces to something like this so that they can accent the colors. And now we have them on here and they're actually reflective. So it's pretty dope. Now, as far as the sizing is concerned, they do fit true to size. Whatever you typically wear, that's exactly what I would go with. But with all that being said, sound off below and let me know what you think about these. Did you actually get a pair? I was surprised that I was able to check out through SoleFly's website. So I did grab these for retail. They don't look like that they're selling resale, which is perfect because they shouldn't be. They're not that cool. What are you doing?
Nothing.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
What do you mean nothing? I could see you doing your phone thing.
Don't worry about it.
Is this going on? Like, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Do they remind you of something?
No.
Are they pretty or are they ugly? Or are they pretty ugly?
Surprisingly, since I don't like UNC blue, I actually do like it.
What?
I like the creaminess next to the gray and the blue, and I like the lining.
Oh, so they're fancy enough that they've got you.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. She likes fancy things.
I'm fancy like that.
She thinks she's fancy, but she's not fancy. She's regular, just like me. But let me know what you think about these down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys for being here as well. We greatly appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one. So until then, have a good one.